10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team Empire's turn to ban. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban. Team Empire's turn to ban. Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Lion.
Team Empire's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another game in this series. It is, of course, the best of 5 grand finals here in EU qualifiers for the NanYang Championship Season 2. I'm Eddie Pixel. I'm John Wakey Pixel. Empire versus VP. The score so far 1-1. Both teams showing us that they play at a very, very similar level. Wakey, are you there?
Hello, friend.
Hello. And looks like we're seeing some more of the same old. Dark Spears, Spirit Lines.
It's quite similar, isn't it? Night Stalker, not go through. This time, Feet getting banned out. Probably a good shout. The bird destroyed VP last game.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, but then also what's nice here from Empire is they do take away Yoku's Darks here. You know, this is a hero that we saw Yoku go for in both games. Yes, it didn't win them game 2, but it was still a strong performance. He never really has a bad performance on Darkseid. So, taking it away, grabbing it themselves, obviously going to be dropping Afterlife in it on the off lane. It's very nice. It's something that they would have liked to combo with FNG's Lion, like VP did, of course, in game 1. So, question is, what kind of heroes have we been seeing in the series that you feel teams are going to be opting towards picking up early?
We've seen Death Prophet 100% of the time so far. Earth Spirit, of course, Darkseid, already both being picked by. See the return of the Sven. No Lifesteal has been banned out yet, which we've seen banned out a couple of times. Pucker, both G and Scan player. Another hero that we might see. Very similar to the games they played a couple of days ago, actually, in terms of the picks we're seeing, and actually Titan, which was, I was just about to mention, one of the heroes we haven't really seen so far. Yeah, definitely a hero that V pick up for themselves,
and it was a hero that was banned out as well. I think it was in game 1, so it's a hero that they're scared of.
Team Empire.
Yeah, but this time picking it up in the first stage, you know, they're putting some importance on it, deciding that's how they want to play this game. The double Ravage, the Lion Tidehunter.
That's good. It is good. I mean, we see FNG as well. He is going to be a man to hit that second Ravage. You know what I mean? He's constantly getting multiple stuns.
He's no Shiva. He's a Ravage master. I think FNG so far, I think he was a little bit, you could say in the last game, he definitely got picked on a little bit on his IO. Which is exactly what you need to do playing against the IO. You've got to be able to block quickly. You don't want him to in to that big territory. And it's actually going to be Puck. Lifesteal and Puck's banned out, so it won't be a Puck in the mid lane. In fact, mid lane has not been picked yet, so still completely open at the moment. Still about in pool as well.
I'd love to see Tinker.
Love to see it. Always exciting.
It feels like, I mean, it's not really a hero that we've seen either Empire VP pick up, and I guess that's because in these CIS games, if you're playing a Tinker with this amount of early action, it can be very risky, can't it? It really
you can get a run over. Disruptor's going to be cool coming out from Empire, so a lot of disables coming out for them as well. Obviously, the bolder Surge and the Glimpse now all able to chase down heroes. I think I wonder what they'll go for in terms of their carry.
It feels like another Sven game. I mean, for Empire, just get Ramses on the Sven. You've got the Disruptor setup. You've got the Spirit Darkseer combo with the vacuum. I think Sven would be great here. It really would. Or Ramses on the Spectre. Yeah, having that haunt vision to allow you to get the glimpse each and every time, that can be big as well. And we'll see what VP want to do to follow up this Tide line opening. Taking their time again with this one. They've already seen, yeah, I mean, they're still kind of anticipating, as you said, what the mid and the safe lane is going to be for Empire. And they've got a fair few options still open to them.
It's like one of the things with it becomes very, very difficult to then pick a melee core running into it. Because you don't want to get caught. You want to have that positioning perfect. And if you start jumping into the heroes on the side of Team Empire, then you could just find a static on top of your head and you're in serious trouble. So Juggernaut.
I mean, that's one of the answers to
Magic
Disruptor.
Immunity.
Yeah. Having that Blade Fury, it's going to help you against all of these. You're still a little bit worried about the Earth Spirit opening if he gets the Silence locked down. But at the same time, maybe you're eventually going to have a Manta. You know, you're going to have ways of dealing with that jump in. And DK, in fact, that's coming out for Empire here. You mentioned it in Game 2. It's coming out here in Game 3. And still yet to see VP's mid laner. So you've seen a DK. What are you looking to get to go against that? The Death Prophet's still there, but I mean, is this really a game where VP going to bring a Death Prophet into play, or do you feel that's not the hero this time?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the Dragon Knight and Death Prophet up in that mid lane. I'm not sure it's necessarily going to be the pick this time. Pick themselves up an Earthshake. So this is a Earthshaker. There's not going to be any kind of off-lane Earthshaker.
I would love to see G
it would have
pick
been
up the
amazing,
Earthshaker
but with the
mid lane.
Tide already being picked, it's unlikely, I think.
I want to say, I think
Earthshaker.
Yeah, it was in Dream
recently.
League. We did see Dendi pick up an Earthshaker mid, and that was against a DK.
Yeah. Picking the Earthshaker mid, so maybe G Earthshake. Well, that would be amazing. That would be so good. They've actually banned out the Death Prophet, so Team Empire, I don't think this is going mid at all.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, yeah. In our dream, we hope it to be. It is much more likely to be that support shaker, but G mid on the shaker, I'd love it.
Like
it's going to be the
banned
ban.
out. I think that's a smart ban.
Great
Like,
with the DK.
You need to, with the DK, you need to make sure there isn't that push there, and when you've got a tank like DK and allows a hero like Life able to just run around and pick up.
And final two picks. VP and Empire. What are they going to close this up with? VP, we're imagining it's still going to be a mid hero. It is. It's going to be the Tinker. We wanted it and we're getting it, Wakey.
Turn to pick.
Are you liking that?
Tinker, baby.
Final pick for Empire. They still need that hero for Ramses. Do they want to look towards the Sven? Have that combination with the Darkseer, the pushing power, the extra armor. I mean, DK, he's going to be one tanky mofo. But at the same time, you have got the magical damage on VP. You certainly have. Empire, what do they do here?
What do they pick up here? I mean, do they need chase? It needs to be able to...
I was going to say, Spectre could be nice. Or Blink Sven.
Spectre is pretty good against... We'll see. Ramses, what does he want? You pick him a comfort hero? Maybe just pick him a hero.
I mean,
stick him on, like the Sven. You know?
Sven, Jaro, Spectre, they're the three heroes that Ramses will look to play if he wants to be comfortable.
Yeah, no Slark, no Life Stealer. They banned that out themselves. No Lone Druid either. Sven's in there, Spectre in there. Does Spectre really work with lineup? That's the only thing that I do worry about. It's not the synergy isn't necessarily great. You know, when you play, you want to be able to set up ganks all around the map. And
I think Sven. You know, you want to call with BKB surely, and I don't know if you're playing Spectre, you don't really want to build a BKB.
True. I mean, it's armor, but then you're playing 4
There's a lot of magical.
Melees into an Urk, but they go Spectre.
Yeah,
They go Spectre.
okay. I mean, you said yourself, it's a way to catch out the Tinker. If you're able to take it late, I mean, there is a Juggernaut, a lower dance Juggernaut, that can be very, very scary. I don't know. I mean, talk to me about Tinker. You're a bit of an expert on Tinker yourself. Is this a good Tinker game? What are you thinking? What are you thinking if you're going into this game as a Tinker? They pick it up 5th pick, so they must be very comfortable against what was already there and not being too worried about the final pick.
I'm definitely not an expert on anything, but yeah, I play Tinker a lot. I mean, Tinker's going to match up really well against the Dragon Knight. That's the thing. Dragon Knight is going to have an absolutely horrible time in lane. The question is, you know, the build that you go for. Do you go for the laser rocket or do you go for the march? Most of the time, you'll see Tinkers level at the march. This game, I think we see the same because there isn't any sort of. They're not going to start. Nice Master, for example, where you can TP to the Hawk and you can start setting up a lot of early kills. Which, if you're going to go for the laser build that you need to do, again, Afterlife. Gonna see if he can put down an early ward, and he's gonna be met by No Fear.
No Fear gets his down first, and we'll scare Afterlife away. Afterlife, he's not gonna want to drop one. He's of course gonna know that No Fear will have plopped one down himself.
Yes.
So
he knows exactly where it is.
So I mean, so we talked about the Tinker. Rams, is he going for that Spectre? I mean, how much can a Tinker do to stop a Spectre, or is that really just not going to be on G? Are you kind of just looking towards the supports to just
like
gank the hell out of it?
Early on, it is going to be Spectre's worst nightmare. It's going to be an absolute disaster. As you get later into the game, it tends to build up fairly anyway, so a lot of the burst damage coming from Tinker becomes effective, but also just the vision. Horn. Like, the worst thing you want as a Tinker is for them to have vision of you. You want to be in and around the lights, blasting, lasering, missiling, and as soon as it allows someone to be able to jump in on you. You know, the static storm is there. Again, something Tinker doesn't want to be able to deal with. Glimpse, of course, is so it's an interesting Tinker game. We'll have to see. He has to have a good start, and I think he will in the mid lane.
Yeah, it certainly feels like that is the matchup that, you know, they're banking on going really well. Because as you said, there are counters to the Tinker on the lineup of Empire. Just hoping that the lane stays going to go well.
They have a lot of control, which is another great thing for Tinker. Because if Tinker gets jumped on, he needs someone to shape for them. And they've got Lion, they've got the Tidehunter, they've got the Earthshaker as well. So actual team fight presence is really strong. Do you think we'll see the sort of laser rocket receptor build?
I'd hope so. I mean, that seems to be the go-to
against
now.
the push, it tends quite well. The only problem is it can push the game a little bit late. So yeah, already we'll see G take a really comfortable advantage in this mid lane, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's got the brief fire to still deal with the fact that, yeah, the laser's going to be on him, making it hard for him to CS, but he can spam out the brief fire a decent amount, certainly when he gets his bottle online. But yeah, it's all about the start, how well G can keep himself ahead. And as we're seeing, the trades are happening. Because Scandal, yeah, a couple of brief fires, he's keeping himself up in terms of CS. So we'll just have to keep a close eye on how that one continues to pan out. Elsewhere, what we've seen in terms of lanes, Yoku just heading off to the side camp, just avoiding this top lane for the time being. He's got to be careful at level 1 as well, because, you know, with a disruptor, with an Earth Spirit hanging around as well, it can be scary. And the good thing as well for the side of VP being the fact that as long as the Earth Spirit isn't towards the mid, Tinker's going to have that favorable advantage. But it's as soon as Miposhka starts to come in, looking for some aggression on Tinker, it can be scary. If an Earth Spirit gets to jump in on a Tinker early game, you got to be scared unless you've got backup from your own supports. Yeah,
I mean, the only thing, really, really scary kill if you don't get it out, because of the amount of burst damage that Tinker can put out. You can easily turn around 2v1 gank in the mid lane, so it is something they are going to have to be aware of. And, well, Miposhka looks like he's in a bit of trouble. He has got the roll.
No, he's just toying with them.
Wasting time.
A few slaps, yeah. Just keeping the shake away. Kind of just keeping the shake away from the mid lane. Scandal himself, you know, he's moving in for the CS, and he knows that he can do that because Miposhka was drawing away a bit of attention from this matchup in the mid. And the other lanes as well, this bottom lane, Afterlife. He has managed to find himself level 3. In terms of slowing down the farm on a low hard dance, it's not been too successful. Not a lot that he can do. FNG just been creating a lot of space for a low hard dance, zoning out Afterlife on his dark sit. It's been working out. And top lane Ramsey's 13 for 6, 13 for 5. So pretty much even playing across the board, and here's your gank from Aposhka. Rolls in, isn't going to get the initial slow. G marches the machines and he steps back. And just like that, yeah, it's hard to find this kill, especially if you don't hit that initial slow onto the Tinker. And G, 14 for 2, slightly ahead of Scandal, only 11 for 1, but this is a good start already for Tinker. The fact that, well, we're coming up to 3 minutes in, and he hasn't really had any kind of effort forced down onto him on the mid lane.
No, and it is at early points into March as well, so yeah. He clearly, the damage coming from March, especially as melee heroes like the DK, like the Earth Spirit, it does become so dangerous to gank him once he lays that March down. And he's focusing heavily on these early points. You usually get an extra point into the, just because of the damage increase, it makes a really good value point. And also the longer duration as well makes a little bit of a difference. But, you know, he's decided to skip it altogether, go for 2 early points into the March.
Well, see in the mid lane, no fear wandering over, seeing if anything's going to go down. But at the same time, I mean, we're 3.5 minutes in, and compared to the first 2 games, we were seeing kills happen by this point. But everyone's just playing the lanes a little bit safer. We're seeing Maposhka occasionally look towards the mid lane. He's still only just level 1, and coming up to 4 minutes in, that's, you know, not too great for the Earth Spirit. He does need those levels to get stuff done, and the longer this goes, the harder it's going to be. Harder it's just going to be to find that first kill, first bit of action when you're only sitting at level 1. We'll see that just coming towards the top rune. It's they don't need him to roll in. A Scanner's already able to secure the double damage. Still a lot of space being given to both of these carries. 24-10 on Ramses, 23-10 on Jug. They are pinging on towards the bottom lane. FNG maybe seeing if he can get an opening. They do have 2 points in the Blade Fury. FNG just about to hit level 3, but already Afterlife just backing up a little bit. Making it hard for him to get caught out. And I mean, where do you see the first bit of action happening? Where is the highest kill potential in this game?
The lack of pressure, yeah, it's not going to be there.
There it is.
Yeah, bottom lane.
Yeah, just FNG on the line. Big level 3. The amount of lockdown he offers, it's more than enough for the Blade Fury to pull up as well. Actually, mid lane, they get the stun onto G with the roll in as well. He could be in trouble. He'll get down the march. Could he get himself away? No, Scanner with the DD will be able to get the final touch. The question is, can BP punish this one? Already Maposhka looks like he will get himself far enough away. Scandal actually kind of coming back in onto FNG, but Yoku's there. Scandal himself, got to be a little bit careful. FNG doesn't actually have the mana, so he won't be able to catch out Scandal. They'll drop the kinetic field, just trying to hold BP back as No Fear waltzing in. Takes a Dragon Tail to the face, the Scandal holds him off. Just a 1-for-1 there, just the 1-1 trade in the mid lane. Losing the Tinker, getting the Darkseer on the bottom. So even though they get first blood, they do lose Tinker. And on a Tinker, you really don't want to be dying in the early stages because it's all very crucial getting these early item timings of the Soul Ring and of that booster trap.
So we've seen when Miracle plays his Tinker, he tends to go straight for the boot first. Whereas a lot of Tinker... Oh! Scandal's in serious trouble, laser, and that's going to be an easy kill.
Oh, there's actually a horn as well.
Yeah, they're looking for FNG's in serious trouble.
Yeah, they will get that one. So they get one in return, but at the same time, can they get themselves another? Glimpsing back onto G. If they can kill the Tinker here, especially if Ramses picks it up, it's going to be huge. Can he make his way out of this one? It doesn't look like he can. They got it. Yeah, a second pick off. And Maposhka, actually rolling in. I don't think he's getting away with that one. No, he's got to run. Maposhka, you can't get away with that, son. In fact, is he going to be all right here? Just one more touch would have done it, but No Fear can't quite get himself in. So picking up 2 kills, especially killing Tinker, which was big because G, of course, did get that kill with the laser. So already a nice bit of cash influx, but suddenly it's taken away from him.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like G's going to go for the Soul Ring rather than rush the boot suitable. Which usually when you have support attacking for you, so you can go into the jungle as soon as you get that point, first point rearm, and you can start taking which gives you then your boot suitable. But, at the moment, there's no stacks for him as of yet.
Nonetheless,
he's going to move his way over. Doesn't feel safe in the mid lane at the moment.
I mean, to be fair, are you looking at Scandal, and you said at the start how you feel that Tinker should have a slight edge. This DK's done really well, considering
he's had a lot of help in the mid. Like he's, you know, the Earth Spirit, but that was always going to be the case. We've seen series the Earth Spirit having a lot of influence on how this mid ends up panning out. And they may look to try and make another go. No Fear. Fisher available. Maybe looking to go Fisher block onto Scandal.
It's hard though. Scandal been playing it relatively safe for the moment in this mid lane. Pings out on top. You can see FNG wants to find a wraparound. He wants to try and get the lockdown onto Ramses. They do have Ravage available as well. And they've also got No Fear coming into the top as well. So if they can get an opening onto Ramses, it's going to be a huge kill. He's actually using the dagger gun. He's actually going to walk into FNG if he's not careful. And he's going to. He's still going past, and that's going to allow him to find the opening hex. The fact that No Fear has already started to make his way up here. Ramses
and they've got the body block as well.
Trouble.
Really nicely done actually by FNG. He actually goes to the left, blocks him off, allows the Fisher to come in, but he can't get through with the phase boots. And then on the other side, you've got Yoku coming in.
Bottom lane, this is nice. They realised that the support's attention has been put on top to find that kill, and straight away Empire hit back, and they killed VP's score. They jumped straight. They had an invis rune as well on the DK, which certainly helped out. They'll be able to get a bit of a push on. So they find the core in return, and the difference being here for the side of Empire, they're actually going to be able to do a significant amount of damage here to this tier 1 on the bottom lane. So just really nice read from Empire, playing around the rotation of VP and making sure that they come out on top of the trade. Oh.
Yeah, G's actually picked up an arcane rune. He's very, very efficient with his farming.
He's going to get the stack here.
Going to get the stack, and he should be closing in on his around about time. Which isn't bad timing.
If we can continue at this rate. I mean, 9 minutes in, Yoku, he's level 7. See Ramses and King out. They might want to have a go on him. They have got a glimpse as well. He is fairly beefy, and he's got TP backup. So at this point, yeah, if you're the side of Empire, you just get yourself out and run. You're not killing this man, especially with at least just +1. No Fear coming in, and that is enough to scare Ramses and King Art away from chasing for the kill. Yeah, as you said, G. Good progression.
Afterlife needs to be careful on bot lane, actually, and he realizes, surging himself away. Aloha now with the Omni up.
And we can see Aloha with the Ring of Valve. Probably going to go for the Battle Fury build. It seems to be a build that a lot of jugs are kind of saving till later on. You know, sometimes we're seeing the Yasha being picked up first after the phase boots. But Aloha does the moment with the Ring of Health. Would imagine him to go for that one. Actually, a Haunting as well. They want to try and catch out No Fear. They found him on the high ground. He's very, very much a dead man. Question is, can they do anything in return? VP doesn't look like they can. Not wanting to do anything off the back of that, and that is a successful pick-off for Empire. Ramses getting himself involved in a bit of action yet again. 5 for 3. Feels like a strong start for Empire in terms of the kills, but if you look at the CS, it is the lineup of VP that just seems to be farming that little bit more efficiently at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I mean, he needs his boost of travel so he can start making a bit more space around the map. So that's the key hero they need to protect. So they won't mind No Fear going down too much. He's only sitting at level 4. He's actually really struggling to find levels on this Earthshaker.
Absolutely, and we kind of look over to the side of Empire and Miposhka, who's had a bit of a slow start in terms of XP. He's nearly hitting that 6. Getting that Magnetize on for the Earth Spirit. This is nice. Well, they're stacking up the Ancients here. I guess probably going to give them to Tide, would you imagine? Or do you think you're going to wait until Lower Dance gets the Battle Fury? He's quite a while away from it, though. So I
think the Tide is more important.
I think you want
the blink on the Tide. Yeah, for sure.
They're actually
closing in on him. Yeah, he's in trouble.
Dropping the statics, dropping everything. I mean, he's beefy.
He's
very
not
quite beefy enough. They might try and fight in. Look at this. A Lower Dance is coming. He's got an Omni. He's going for it.
What? That's a brave one. Scandal does have DD. Like, this is... Is there support coming in?
Oh,
yeah, there is.
FNG. I mean, he's always there. We talked about his line performance in game 1. Turns up, allows Lower Dance to get away with that one. Lower Dance could himself still be in trouble. They lose FNG. It's not going to be worth it at the end of the day. It really is not going to be worth it. And I mean, that was FNG just trying to save the play of Lower Dance going in, and yeah, a little bit questionable. Waltzing in on his own after a TP to the top tower, going in with an Omni Slash onto a full health DK. Not always going to work out for you. Not great at all there for VP. Empire now 8 for 4 off the back of that, and the fact that Ramses was involved in the back of that fight, he is very close to be picking up that Vanguard, and suddenly he himself is going to look even scarier. They're moving in onto Yoku. Do have a glimpse, but already TP's coming through it again. They can't really make a jump onto Yoku. Can't take this man down. Coming into the top lane, No Fear and G as well. As a bit of a wraparound from Poshka. See if they can get the jump onto anyone here. They're looking to go on G. Oh, G, he's already got the pots, of course, so it doesn't matter too much if he goes down there. Haunting for this. Who can they focus on? Things onto no fit. Doesn't look like they can focus onto anyone. The side of VP will get away with this. Haunt being used to no success. Won't find anything this time, Empire.
He's in a vulnerable position. He hasn't got the Haunt to get himself out, so he needs to play a little bit safe, especially with the amount of heroes that VP have rotated up towards the top lane.
Just backing up here. And we're looking towards what? The fact that G's farm, it should be able to increase pretty well now. The fact that he's got the bots for soaring.
Yeah. As
you said, he did have it about that 10, 11 minute mark. It's going to be good timing for the Tinker. He's going to be happy with the way that this game started. He has not been shut down.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got the march as well. So he's able to defend against the towers, which is exactly what Scandal wants to be doing. He wants to be pushing down towers, finding objectives. It is difficult to do it into the march. Just lose your creep waves. So G will be doing a really nice job of making sure that this game settles a little bit for VP so they can get some of these core items online, because they've got the Vanguard over on Juggernauts. To be an early fighting Juggernaut by the looks of it.
Okay. I kind of prefer that to the Battle Fury this game.
Yeah, I agree. Means kills. What's not to like? And G. What they got? Here we go.
Static's not going to be laid down. It's not going to catch anyone though. With the lockdown onto Scandal, Yoku moving into position. We don't have a Ravage. Here we go. There it's Pop catches too. Scandal, he is going to fall. Tries to get a lower dance in return. Won't be able to find the Jug kill. Naposhka rolling in. And he himself needs to be careful. Pops the Magnetizer. Will start to tick down onto VP. Ramsey's now turning up. Hasn't got the Haunt, but he comes in the slow way with the dagger. Looking to chase down Yoku. Can he get himself this kill? With the laser onto him, he's got the mischance. He can't go for that one. Has to back off. It'll just be a 1-for-1. This time VP, they'll be happy with that. They get themselves the kill onto the DK. They only lose no fear on the Earthshaker, and as you said, you know, they're not too fussed about losing the Shaker at this stage of the game. And G continues to get himself involved on the Tinker and continues to just keep this farming, keep this momentum going. It really seems to be a good start for Tinker, and it's just going to be interesting to see how Empire deal with the start that G's had. Yeah, definitely. I think he died a couple of times. Difficult, but I think he'll be more than happy how he's doing now. Although he has been here up on the top lane. There is going to be a breathe fire as well. He needs a little bit more damage. He's got that helmet, but with the laser coming through it, is going to... Look at this mid lane. VP just powering down for a push there. Able to get the pick up onto the Dark Seal with FNG's finger. And it's going to be another tower here for VP. Yeah, taking advantage of the lack of static storm as well. Being used in the mid lane. Not actually really catching anyone either. It was meant for FNG, but he managed to just get the way of it and able to follow through with the stuns, which allowed them to kill off the DK. And Smoke, more aggression coming out. Again, Juggernaut being involved. Yeah, I mean, as you said with the Vanguard, he's going to want to fight. He's going to want to turn up to these engagements that FNG's constantly looking to set up. Ramsey's the may run into after instead though. In fact, actually going to pop it. Pop in the smoke. He's going to be able to get himself there. They just want Ramsey's. And they might actually, he has got a Haunt. Is he actually going to get the chance to get it? They've got a lot of lockdown. This man's a dead man. He is so dead. No. Oh! He's tanking the Vanguard. How did they not? Did they staggered the stuns? I think they were with the Earthspike and the Fisher at the same time. And oh, that is... Yeah, I think they should have been able to get that. Oh, mid lane. Static Storm back up and running. Yoku again. He's so beefy. Let him go. 9 seconds if they can keep him alive. He may is he going to live? Is he going to live? He wants it. He's going to get it. Well, look at it. Oh, the slam. The Ramses. He can't afford to go down there. And he is. Rocket to the face. Tinker getting a nice bit of gold for that one. I mean, you may have messed up the Tinker gank on the bottom lane, but you end up kind of redirecting the fight towards mid. They do kill Yoku. Yeah, but that's a good trade for VP. They deny the tower as well. Tinker gets himself a kill, although he actually gets to the top lane. Scandal instant stun. You kill him? He hasn't gone. He's taken down from the poison. It'll be enough, know it. And Lower Dance cuts alive. Lower Dance cuts off the DK on the retreat. Oh man. G is having kind of fortune into fortune happening. Keeping himself alive, getting these kills. He's got the blink done as well. They're going to need to put a lot into dealing with Tinker now. They really are. Because they've not been able to deal with him so far. And G's just going to continue to have a free game. Yoku, he's going to start to clear out these Ancients. As you said, this is going to give him really good timing. on getting the blink. He's going to have the blink on top of the mech. They're going to be ready to fight. Question is Ramses on the Spectre going to be able to do enough in return? It's got Vanguard, 1400 gold. If it is indeed going to be that Vanguard into straight Radiance, you've got a lot of a way to climb. And well, a lot of dancers coming in, giving him a few crits.
Yeah, it's dangerous now for Ramses if he is going to go for that build. I think he may have to change it slightly. More of a fighting build, because there's going to be so much from VP once they get these key item timings. Like the Tinker's ready now to go. Smoking again. Smoking, and it's going to get dispelled by the Disruptor. Going to be able to ping it out. So this smoke gank this time unsuccessful, and actually going to go here for FP, but
Hits the stun onto 2. Yoku's coming in. There is a Ravage available here. We'll see if he uses it. Mikoshka getting blown up. Scandal will come in. Has the pre-fire onto FNG. You have got the high ground. G trying to work away, but FNG's taken down. They have the Horn as well. Can they get themselves some big kills here? Ramsey's trying to move in across. Actually backing up a bit. There's the glimpse onto Nofir. They should be able to take down the Shaker as well. So Empire able to make this 1 or 2 for 1. Maybe even more. Scandal, he's fairly low. Yoku still has the Ravage available. The vacuum wall onto 2. The Rockets flying through. Although Arnott's trying to chase down again the Rockets, but Scandal not going to be caught out by the vision. And we could see the issue that G was creating there, just spamming out rockets on the high ground, but not enough to turn the tides of that trade. And 2 for 1. Ramses continues to get himself involved in the good fights. 3 for 2 for 6, and that certainly is going to help him along his road to getting that Radiance at a decent timing. But still, G survives. G survives.
Yeah, no, really nice. G did survive. He actually had to TP home because he was taking so much. Which is why I wasn't able to continue spamming out the rockets. He did actually still have a little bit of mana to play with, but no, he's doing okay. Be interesting to see what he goes for next. Seen a lot of Tinkers going for things like the Aether Lens into the Aghanim Scepter, or Aether Lens into Dagon, or maybe even Bloodstone. Could be a Bloodstone game as well.
Oh, it's going to be Aether Lens first, as you said.
Aether Lens. I think it just gives so much. The range is really, really good. And well, they're going to see if they can Ramses this.
Do it. Big kill if they can get it. Yoku has got a Ravage. We'll see if he wants to expend it. He's not. Fisher will catch him, but still holding on to that Ravage. Just not feeling it was worth going for it on the kill on Ramses. Maybe just didn't feel confident that they had the follow-up damage. But Yoku, he's not too trigger happy with his Ravages. He does like to save them for the big key moments. And maybe might want to ask themselves if it would have been worth using their mid lane. They want to make a go onto lower dance, but well, they miss it. Afterlife, a vacuum, just a little bit too short. Won't quite get the grip onto the Juggernaut. And they're moving in. Scandal, frontlining this one. G's going to continue to spam out the rockets. You've now got the blink done on Yoku. And because he's been holding on to the Ravage, that could be huge. Blink and a level 11 Ravage. They've got the follow-up through the kind of the wombo combo. If they can just allow Nofir to walk in and get down a good Echo Slam. VP's team fight is scary. At the same time, Empire, they can live through it. And they can fight back. Darkseer's got his mech. He's going to be working towards the hood into the pipe. But VP, they're smoked up. They're ready to go. They want to try and get something done here with this Blink Ravage. And this could be big, especially if they can get a big kill like Ramses on his Spectre. Well, we'll see what they can find here.
I think it's going to be Scandals. Scandal is going to be the unlucky victim to get caught out here. Going to dispel it from the high ground again. In place.
That is unfortunate. Ramses just TPs out immediately. So they don't get anything there. It's... Yeah, smoking into the jungle with none of this high ground vision from VP. It's a hard pick. They might actually still get Scandal. He's hung around. And that's the line for G's get the lead in. Now, can they actually burst this man down? He's incredibly tanky. They do have a Ravage if they need it this time. Let's see what Empire do in response. Half-Life coming in. Looking for the vacuum, but the Ravage is there. Scandal falling low. Can they burst him? There's the snap. Vacuumed up on the high ground with the wall there. Loadout is getting trapped. The Static Storm follow-up as well. Empire, they might just be doing it. They've taken down 2. They're going to be able to find Loha does potentially as well, as he's still stuck here on this cliff. A 3 for 2 trade. FNG, can you try and clean up with the Rockets? The Laser G might just be doing it. He's got a blink, jumps in, looking for King.
Oh my lord, Rampage G.
Oh my god.
The Tinker early on. I mean, it was an amazing by Empire. The vacuum storm onto the cliff. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, but yeah, Tinker not caught in it.
G.
And yeah, making the plays.
Yeah, we said it had a good start, and then just utilising it like this, it's absolutely disaster. Yeah, the ether lens there, just having, as you said, the extra range, the extra amount of damage, it's absolutely horrifying.
It's huge damage, especially on the laser. Like that's when you're amplifying the pure damage, it's more percentage, but pure it really does make a big impact. Yeah, rampage for G. This stage in the game, this is like a Tinker's wet dream.
I was gonna say, you don't normally get a rampage on a Tinker 22 minutes in.
No, I mean he's very happy. It looks like it's gonna be. He's got the point booster, so it's either gonna be Bloodstone, but
it could be Bloodstone.
Probably the Axe. I mean, the fights they've been grouping up, haven't they? There's been a lot of 5-on-5 engagements so far in this game, so I think it wouldn't actually be that bad at all. And it gives you even more benefit. Well, makes it even more useful because you have more rockets going out. You've obviously got the pieces as well coming from the laser. It's really, really strong.
Oh man, I mean, yeah, this Tinker, they've just been kind of ignoring him in the fights. That's the thing. They just they get the initial wombo. They go on the heroes that they're caught. And if they haven't caught the Tinker, they just don't offer any kind of resources towards taking them down, and it just allows G to have a free fight just like that.
Yeah, it makes a huge impact on the network.
Oh, FNG could be in trouble.
Oh, FNG.
Let's go back up.
Silky feet.
They might actually get Maposhka here. They got the chain stun.
Oh, here comes the Tinker.
Yeah, spamming the rockets. They actually couldn't find that follow-up lockdown. So, but nonetheless, just forcing and pressuring Empire back. It's a scary game for them. They're really relying on Ramses Spectre to get the farm. He has got the relic, and will be working towards that Radiance. Maybe when he's got that, and then if they are able to take down G, I mean, this is the one thing, you know, G with a rampage under his belt. If you kill this man, you're getting a lot of money. Ramses would love to have that bounty gold from taking down G.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And maybe we'll see. Just because he can deny it constantly, he can never, you know, give up that freak. He's in there. He went for the Axe. Good for the Axe in the end.
I mean, it's such a good time. 24 minutes at level 16.
It's crazy good.
It's a good time.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I think the Radiance coming out from the Spectre.
Yeah,
it's greedy. It is very greedy, but it's really nice against Tinker as well. It stops him from being able to blink. So even when he re-arcs, the ability to blink just isn't going to be there. He's not quick enough.
Yeah, I guess it depends how you catch it with the damage ticks from the Radiance. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes, if you don't shift it. But we should I'd expect CG play around it. We'll see, because so far his team performance has certainly been up there. Battle Fury now done on a lower dance.
Okay, so he did go back for it, okay.
Yeah. That's what they get with the smoke as well. Look, VP ready to come in.
Yeah, constant smoking from VP. They're just playing so aggressive this game. They know they've got the Tinker them up as well, and they might find, and they may even find R as well as a little pick off. Oh! Now the Scandal's there. FNG looks like he's in trouble with the BKB being laid down as well. Yoki in the middle of it, so there's going to be no for the time being. But King R, he gets blown up. Just coming in from no fair. And now the TP away. Is he going to be able to get himself out? No. Scandal has stun, and he's going to be able to bring him down. And Aloha Dance now on the run.
That's not your base.
Into the base. He's got no mana for a TP. The sun's there, Skittle's there, the illusion's following as well, and then he follows. And they even let Ramsey have the.
Oh, that G's like, what are you doing, guys? What?
He's just TPing around like, guys, what's happening? I just got a rampage. Don't throw the game.
Heroes. I mean, that's heavy, especially against the Spectre. You just can't afford to lose fights that heavily against the Spectre. That's G's carrying got a little bit harder now because of his team giving away 4 kills.
A little bit more weight on his back now.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, and the scanner, just going on the DK. The fact that he was able to get the BKB off, you already know that that's a gank gone bad.
Yeah, the gush as well onto the Wild Wing.
Let's see what they can do here.
Stun through the trees.
That was a beautiful stun.
Ravage as well. In comes G.
That was a fantastic stun through the tree line.
Yeah, very nice stun from FNG.
Very impressive. Yeah, I mean, it's kills like that, and suddenly you're able to get the push on, and that is a DK out of the lineup for 50 seconds. That's a long time to be dead at this stage of the game. And VP, they'll try their best to get a tier 2. They again, this is a game where they just don't have the best tower hitters. I guess at best you're having a lower dance to the front lines with the back of the healing ward just tanking up the tower. But in terms of damage done to structures, you've really not got the lineup to do that. But I guess that way, it's Empire, yeah, they've got the DK, so they are certainly a lot stronger in terms of pushing. And considering that, even though they take down the DK, they aren't able to do anything about the tier 2. So they back up. And you like this as well? I feel this is something that we don't see all the time, but G going for the early upgraded bots. Pretty key this game.
He always wants to be able to get it, doesn't he? And the thing is, like in a particular fight, it was quite difficult for him to get in there, and Ramses is in serious trouble.
That
Wham bam slam down.
That was a little bit uncharacteristic from Ramses, allowing himself to get caught out like that.
But yeah, going back to the boots on G, I think in the fight where they had in the jungle, G didn't really have anything to TP. So he had to TP to the lane, and NG now getting caught out, magnetized.
He actually managed to get the Hex out in time. I don't know how he did that. He was a bit of a madman. He must have kind of been expecting a bunch of it.
Close.
Very close.
That would have been a dead earth.
Man. No, this game is starting to kind of go off the rails here a little bit for both teams. A little bit crazy. Still, the fact that, they lose a DK, then they lose a Spectre, and suddenly VP, as bad as that fight was where they threw away 4 heroes, those two kind of pick-offs, are keeping them in it. Yes, yeah, you see, if you look at the net worth, there's kind of like a 2k, oh, bad fight. Oh, we just killed your 2 cores. So it's right back to where they were before that kind of bad engagement. And now, I mean, you got the Blink Dagger on Nofa. He's level 11 as well. You got to be scared of this man's jump and slams. The Blink Dagger Shaker is going to be very, very scary. And the fact that you've got Blink Pipe nearly done on Yoku as well.
Yeah, it's scary how much counter initiation they have.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really important for this Disruptor to be able to get the static storm. King R is going to need to be in the next fight. If he can manage to storm onto either one of those 2 big initiators, they may be able to fight. Obviously, Spectre.
They go for G. They go for G and they caught him. Oh no. Oh no. He nearly... Oh, he actually did it. He takes down one in return, but I mean, getting the kill's massive. And the fact that it goes Ramses' way is huge. So obviously it's a good trade for Empire, but G's certainly shown us he's not going to be easy one to take down. Jungle. They've got it.
They're making hard work of it, man. Stun. They can't really,
yeah, they can't do anything off the back of that. So they do get themselves a second in that. I mean, yeah, you're losing your Tinker, but you're finding action elsewhere across the map. You're going to be able to put pressure onto this tier 2. Almost certainly even going to be able to take it as well. So VP, yeah, they'll be happy with that kind of last 20 seconds or so of play. They get an objective. Tinker's game has slowed down a little bit, but G was already so far ahead that I guess as a Tinker at this point, you're kind of just huffing and puffing when you die, but you're not screaming GG. It's not going to throw G off at this stage.
No, if you get a rampage every 20 minutes, you're definitely happy. Yeah, you're definitely not screaming GG. But interestingly, actually, got the third point to his ultimate. The mana cost is a pretty big increase. Bearing in mind your re times in fights. They're at level 3.
FNG.
And
can they do this though? Let's see.
Oh,
G's coming in.
Have they got it? They're stacking the stuns perfectly.
And yeah, there's the Ravage. Detection? Wait, they don't. BKB comes out after the turnaround. They're going on to Nofa. Out comes the burst though with the Tinker. G from the Silence continues to spam this out. They've lost one. With the vacuum on, the wall dropped onto VP.
G's out of mana. He has to go back.
He needs to get himself back here ASAP, but as you said, it's going to be a bit of time before he does so. FNG in trouble. A lower dance with the Blade Fury might just find the ultimate posture, trying to keep himself alive in a hole. G was TPing in onto the Juggernaut, and because Jug's gone, that's going to be Tinker out of the fight as well. G now coming in with the rearm, managed to TP in onto the backlines. Can he turn this one around? He's trying his best with the laser, with the rocket, takes down the DK. FNG falling low, but they will keep themselves alive. And again, there it just feels like the fact that G... Oh, he's going to find Afterlife. They blink in, they've caught him out of the tree lines again. G with another kill on the Tinker. Really doing it in these fights. He's finding the constant perfect placement and turning that into a 3-for-2 trade. It's good news for VP, and it's certainly very, very good news here for G.
It was just a little bit of almost like a lack of damage. Once they managed to get the onto Scandal around really, really quick. They'd already blown Ravage to Yoku. G started running out of as well, but it was just so much damage before that with the Aghanim Scepter. Everyone taking hits from the rockets. And, you know, King didn't do anything except back. And all of a sudden, he's out of the fight. Difficult to deal with.
And the thing is as well,
Ramses didn't have his horn either.
Yes, that was the big thing. And the fact that they've even got the Greaves in the pipe, but the fact that the Tinker's still able to do so much, it's pretty scary for Empire. Yeah, it's not enough to save you from G's burst. You can just fight through it, burst through it. He's got 2,400. I imagine. I mean, what does he go for now? Does he just go for the Bloodstone? Because if he's able to stand these fights without having to go back, it's going to be even scarier. Because it's not the problem of him surviving. It's just the fact that he is running out of mana halfway through the team fights, especially with that level 3 Rion.
Yeah, exactly. Normally when you have the Bloodstone, because you have regeneration to support it, but bringing it up at level 15 when you don't go for that build, it does restrict you in terms of that are long and drawn out, which, to be fair, that one was.
And pings down to the top lane. You can see overall on the net worth difference, it's starting to raise the way of VP after that fight. Only slight, it's not the hugest of leads, but definitely a chance for Empire to turn it back around. They've got the Shadow Blade on Scandal as well. Something else that could be used to catch out G on his Tinker. And we'll see if they're able to get good use of it. Or VP are aware that Miposhka's, the DK Scandal has made this pick up. And VP, 5 heroes towards the top. Empire making a movement down. Not really a game where we've seen either team go for Roshan. They haven't really got the best lineups for taking it.
No, arguably VP is really better because they have the Jug and they have the healing ward, but still not exact. Neither team can take it very, very quick. So yeah, it's a little. And the fact that you could lose an objective, arguably not worth it. Now the TPs are going to have to come back because tier 3 is taking damage.
Look at this though, Scandal. We're talking about the Shadow Blade reveal. There it is, jumping onto the lower dance, allowing them to get the static still out. Can they keep this man alive? No chance. He's gone. Jug's dead. Ramses looking to move forward for more. VP grouping up. G getting brought back. The stuns there as well. Tinker's going to go down as well as the second kill for Empire. There's just but it's just not enough at this point. At the end of the day, No Fear has just thrown away his life as well. 3 kills so far for Empire. They may be able to get more. FNG will be successful with the TP out, but that's going to mean that Yoku left alone tries for a TP, but the Dragon Tail's there and Empire picking off a 4th. A huge defense for Empire and an absolute shambles for VP. And it really just comes down to the fact that Scandal, perfect Shadow Blade reveal. One of the best we've seen, just allowing them to catch the Juggernaut off guard and then following up through, taking down the rest of the team. 4 for nothing. Absolutely brilliant for Empire.
Yeah, that was like exactly the opposite. Like that time they were able to instantly blow up a hero, taking the Juggernaut fight, and then all of a sudden back foot, catching up with the Tinker as well. And you want VP moving away because you have so being able to catch him back in the wall and no chance for his escape. Going to be able to take themselves Roshan with that little bit of space they've given themselves.
Nothing that VP can do about this. But they are going to have still 10 seconds of the time for Tinker. No Tide, no Ravage. They have 3 Rosh for the side of Empire. So 4 kills, a Roshan, and an just onto Ramses. Things are certainly starting to heat back up for Empire, and as we can see, any kind of lead that VP had in terms of gold is pretty much all but gone. This is certainly a game where the Spectre is going to be a huge issue. We already talked earlier in the draft how it is strong against that Tinker, catching him out across the map. And it's also going to be a hero that can carry relatively well against a Juggernaut as the game goes on.
Yeah, definitely. I absolutely agree 100% with that. What about item builds? What are we looking at? Scandal? He said picked up that Shadow Blade. What does he go for next, do you think, in terms of his item progression?
I mean,
AC?
AC could be kind of nice for the lineup. Help Spectre out, for sure.
Where's his haunt going? The scouting corn?
I guess it was. Yeah, a little bit odd. Maybe seeing if King R could catch someone out on their own. Maybe hoping that maybe they'd find G in the trees at the bottom and just getting kind of a static storm, and then you're killing the Tinker. You know
yeah, I mean, he can be quite. I mean, yeah, Ramsey's can be quite aggressive with the Aegis. Yeah, if they have Tinker alone, maybe they could have caught him out.
Yeah.
The only problem, the Spectre alone isn't enough. He doesn't have any way of just the Tinker from. So he does need someone to at least come with him, whether that be the Dragon Knight in Shadow Blade form or even the be able to glimpse him back.
Haste.
Yeah, I guess
it's difficult to get.
And the thing is, well, when they're using Haunt like this, it shows how comfortable Empire feel, because they're not saving it for when VP start to make a play. Yeah, there's a minute now where there's no Haunt available. Can VP actually get anything done within this time frame? That's the question. They've got
It's
4 towards the
difficult
bottom.
because they don't want to fight into the...
Yeah.
I know that. They know VP don't want to fight into a Spectre with an Aegis. So, yeah, I can see why they're fairly lax with them. It's probably not going to be a fight in the next sort of 3 or 4 minutes. Unless the Empire look for one.
I mean, yeah, VP should just play it safe. Yeah, look, VP just backing off.
Shadow bladed up. Everybody room.
Yeah, just avoiding fights at this point. As we saw, Spectre Ramsey, he's got the BKB. So it's only going to help him in these fights where the laser is a little bit of an issue. You know, he's chasing down heroes. And if he gets lasered, especially after the Manta, suddenly the missed chance is going to be big. And Ramsey's not able to do a huge amount. And we see he does want to get those punches through, especially, of course, with those points in Desolate. He's level 21 at this stage as well. So Ramsey's still continuing to progress as much. This is, of course, the first game of the series where we're seeing Ramsey's not be at the top of the net worth. Still a position held by G on his Tinker. And, I mean, G, he's stockpiling the gold. Look how much money he's got on this man. He's got 5.3k saved up.
Yeah, he needs to...
Oh.
I think he... Oh, hello. He's getting caught out. And he's in trouble. He's going to go down. A lot of money.
Yeah, 600 gold or so just lost from that. I mean, he really should spend his gold. There's no reason for holding on to that much.
He kind of he needs to see what item he needs, because he has so many options now. He could go Bloodstone, he could go Dagon. He might just need to get a straight up Hex. They might need a little bit more control, which is another building turret when you go for the Ags. Yeah, it's just Ramses has now become a serious problem.
He really, really has. An Empire just using this time as space with the Tinker off the map. And they will get this 2-2 on the bottom lane. At the same time, you can see in the mid lane, Aloha Dark's going for a little bit of a solo push on his own. He'll probably need to back up, because Empire, they may be ready to try and force us to the high ground. They've still got this Aegis. They've still got a bit of time to play with it. So Ramses indeed is going to move in and see what they can do without the Tinker. Around for 30 seconds, Yoku jumps forward. Got the Pipe, the Greaves, and Ravage available, so he's very hard to go on. They're still going to make a go on him nonetheless. They call him out in the static storm.
Can they get him before the Ravage? Yes,
they're not going to save him. It's not going to save him. He's dead. There's a buyback forced out as well from G. Empire very much happy with that play. Getting a kill, forcing out G to buy back, and suddenly, you know, a Tinker that lost 600 gold has now lost kind of nearer 2k. Mid lane, Aloha Dance did manage to get a lot done though. He found a tier 2, he found a tier 3. He's going to find the end of his life though, as well as Empire punished him. But getting 2 towers, not too bad for a Jug on his own. He was given a lot of space in return, but Empire, the fact that they get that kill on top of the kills and forcing out the buyback is still good news for Empire.
Yeah, if he hadn't died there, that'd have been a really good trade for me, but no, the fact that he goes down as well, Empire just really securing the game. The Spectre is another 2,800 gold as well. The Aegis has now expired.
It's going to be interesting to see what Ramses goes for as the next time. I mean, are you talking Butterfly or are you talking Heart? Or
I think
what
Heart.
do you think?
You're playing against a Tinker, like you need to just tank up. So Heart becomes.
I mean, he has already got the BKB. You know what I mean?
He's got
so
the
would
BKB.
it be too defensive?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, maybe you just you could just go.
Go Diffusal. Gone
you
back
could
for
just go
Diffusal.
Diffusal. Yeah, I mean, draining the mana of the Tinker is another way of dealing with it. So you know, I mean, he hasn't got a Bloodstone, so G is a little bit mana anyway. So if you can, every little helps, doesn't it? Every little helps.
Diffusal. It's going to be a nice aggressive pick-off as well. And if he PKBs and starts to just pop the active down from the Diffusal onto heroes, he'll be able to chase down whoever he wants. Aloha Dance has now got the BKB. And a good time to pick this up, especially where the Spectre's just found himself a Diffusal Blade. So he's going to be a bit better than finding him. Well, this is interesting for G. Talk to me about it. So feeling that this game is going to need to be a BKB game on the Tinker.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it feels like that's what's necessary. I mean, there's a lot that he needs to be careful of. Some of these fights, he's getting a little bit too close for comfort. Yeah, Glimpse, Static Storm, a couple of times already. Yeah, BKB and T-Pick means he can get himself out of most situations, but...
So it is an interesting... I mean, that's something that we see every day, and I guess, as you said, it is gonna give him the potential to keep himself alive. But at the same time, if you're Tinker, your slots are very important, and not having kind of that sick fight him, it's gonna hurt your offensive potential.
You don't ever pick with the aim of going to KB. That's thing, but it shows what VP want to do. And why would they? We have Echo and they have Ravage, and
They can't.
The static stun.
Oh, they can't quite kill Scandal. Yoku's come in, and the fact that Scandal lives through that initial burst, he can actually kill him. Oh, the slam will. Look, if they jump in, they get the slam off. They found the DK in return, so DK for Tide Hunter, they'll take it. The question is, can VP get themselves out of here? Ramses, he's already looking for the chase down, and I'm afraid this Spectre, he's going to clean up. He's actually going to clean up here. The whole team just absolutely falling apart for VP. 4 kills. Once again, they commit everything onto the DK. They aren't able to kill him initially. He gets off his spells. He does still go down, but they lose 4 heroes in return. And this is 4 heroes without buyback. And G, he can try and do his best to hold it, but it's going to be scary. And
he's in trouble.
Dead. He's gone. But they do still have tier 2s in the 2 lanes, but that is such a painful fight for VP. Losing 4, they're losing the Tinker.
Yeah, the fact that the tier 2s is still up is probably the only reason they're not calling GG right now. Like, this game is still going. But yeah, that's about as bad as it could get, VP. And they wanted to fight. They really did want to fight, and they weren't able to get the Ravage out. That was a huge thing. Able to use the Ravage just before, obviously, for most of the fight. And again, King just perfect positioning, making sure he gets the right targets. We said that's what he needed to do. It needed to be the all the Titans are, and that time he managed to grab onto Yoku on his Tide. And then, with no focus on Roses, it's just so difficult to then from that point onwards. And Scandal was alive for so long of that.
Yeah, if you're this Juggernaut, how do you carry against the Spectre at this point? He's 7k ahead of you. It is looking so scary here for VP after a fight like that. I mean, pretty much two bad fights, and well, here we go, the Haunt. They're ready to go. Who are they going to be able to catch? No fear being forced back on the sidelines. The lower down's a little bit away from the team. It's going to live, so with that Haunt, not really achieving anything, Empire. And they will just back out. But as we were saying, Empire in a comfortable position. They can more than afford to just wait out for the next Haunt before they go again. As VP, they are going to struggle to really make the plays happen when they're fallen this far behind now. Kind of a clear 20,000 back in terms of XP.
I think this is for them an ultimatum. Yeah, they have everything online. They need to take a fight, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Roshan is up as well, so can find themselves a couple of decent pickoffs. They may be able to take that for themselves as well. Life is actually just sitting in the trees here, and he might dispel the smoke. No, he's here though, and they're going to find him. Dark's here in trouble.
Jumping straight in, and oh no, he does not live this. No,
blink. Oh, blink!
Oh,
no!
Oh
my lord!
Oh man! Oh,
VP.
A 4-man gang.
4-man gang breaks the smoke from a 4-man gang. And then survives it.
Oh, that's tilting.
That's tilting indeed.
That's gonna make you tilt. Oh man. Oh, this is such a tough game now for VP. Empire really just playing games with them. King R's got his Ags as well, and this is so great against this lineup, especially a lineup where Juggernaut and Tinker have gone for BKBs. These are heroes that don't always want to be building BKBs, and suddenly they may not even have the chance to use them. Oh man, I don't know how VP come back into this one. They got to do something spectacular, and they're gonna have to do it off the back of Empire having a Roche as well, because I don't think VP get themselves here in time.
They take a fight. They can't. They 4-man gank a Dark here and can't get the kill. Like they can't. I mean, they still have the Ravage Echo Slam. They want a big engagement, but gonna lose the Roche. Now they're gonna be fighting into Aegis as well. Another smoke coming out for BP, but
they're not gonna get it.
They're in the pit. Now what? They're in trouble.
They really are.
They may still look to fight anyway. Yoku, FNG. Oh.
Ramses, he's got an Aegis. You don't really want to be jumping onto him. FNG will lead him with a stun. They're going to try for it. Going for Ramses. Can they burst this man down? He's falling low and he will go. But he got the Aegis. And he has got the Horn still available. Look at the glimpse back onto Yoku. Ramses puts the BKB in with the Horn. Let's go. Aloha Dance pots his BKSB as well, trying to run. But Empire there with the chase down. BP, they can't afford to lose this fight. With the rolling from a point to the edge of Ravage coming out.
Yeah, there's
no
follow through.
Yoku's trying to get himself out of this one, but he's gone. There'll be a buyback straight away on Shaker. G's caught out. Tinker's down as well. He does have a buyback available. There's a slam from No Fear, but it doesn't matter at this stage of the game. He's falling low as well. Tinker's got to carry hard. G's got to carry hard. What can he do here? Now he's caught out again with the stun. That's a dive back on Tinker, and that with a triple kill for Afterlife, maybe even make that an ultra. It is indeed going to be an ultra kill for the Darkseer. That's GG. It's all too much, and even though G was having a great time at the start with the Tinker, the Ramses Spectre just got too much in these fights. 13 for 4 for 24. VP getting absolutely trashed at the end of that one.
Yeah, it's difficult to know where it went wrong for VP because their plan seemed to work at the start. I mean, they had a rampage 20 minutes and they've lost the game, 20 minutes later. So, yeah, I mean, Ramses just was unkillable, and then they couldn't kill Scandal, which was a huge problem.